Yes, mate. Yes, fucking finally. It feels like fucking years at this point. I know it hasn't been that long. It's been like a month or two. But we finally have gameplay. Proper gameplay. Finally. Assassin's Creed Shadows has now revealed its gameplay in Ubisoft Forward, which was yesterday. And to be honest, from what I've seen, it's pretty good. Now, Ubisoft ran us down through Yasuke's and now his combat, and to be honest, I definitely am gonna pick stealth over Yasuke 100%. I think mainly because, well, stealth it gravitates towards me, and to be honest, with how it looks in this game, it looks pretty good. Not taking anything away from Yasuke's combat at all. Like, it looks great. It 100% does. And to be honest, it's not even the fact of, oh, it's shit. It's just, stealth is more my forte. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run through the video and I'm going to give my thoughts on everything. Honestly, because I feel like that'll be pretty cool to do instead of me just yap on and chat shit. So let's get into it, shall we?
Hello, my name is Thierry Dansereau, art director on Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Everybody say hi to Terry.
No.
You what?
And I'm Charles Benoit, game director on Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Right, ladies and gentlefish, say hi to Charles.
No.
We are here today to share details on our first gameplay walkthrough for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Torii gates are really iconic in Japanese culture and also very striking visually. So when the players see them, they will know there is something interesting to discover following that path. It can be secrets, it can be loot, targets, everything that fuel your progression.
Okay, so we're not going to be like having a map that's full of shit, like constantly holding your hand. That's good. That is very good. See, they tried to do that in Odyssey and Valhalla, but we all know how that turned out. It just turned out to be a mess. Now, I'm not usually one for that kind of method, for, exploration kind in RPGs, because like I've said in a past video, I'm not a huge RPG kind of guy, but obviously watching this, it is definitely a thing that I will most likely do. So it'll probably take me a while to finish the game because I'm out there exploring and doing things for once in my life.
Kuchiyama. At last.
We wanted to showcase one of the many castle towns that the game will have. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, you'll be exploring a dynamic and ever-changing open world, all of which is affected by dynamic seasons and weather system. The wildlife is now more than ever part of the game ecosystem and biomes. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, a lot of the game wildlife will evolve and change colors through seasons, and the player will even see puppies, mostly in the springtime.
Yep, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Game of the Year, we have Doges, boys, we have Doges.
Fluffy unicorn! He's so fluffy I'm gonna die!
You're a friendly beast, are you not?
The goal is to have a more natural behaviors and awareness systems.
Such beauty, shadowed by suffering.
You're about to see Yasuke in action. In that sequence, Yasuke is going to find one of his targets.
What is happening here?
We'll have a lot of targets to hunt around Japan, and this zip cam and celebration is used to highlight those moments when you find them.
I told you, keep walking.
Let's see some combat now.
The notion of dynamism was also applied to our props that are, for most of them, breakable.
Wait. I know this is a bad time to pause, but the fact that there's breakable objects during combat is amazing. I think that's very cool, and I think it's very immersive. I actually like that idea. Well done, Ubisoft. You've actually done pretty well. And to be honest, I didn't think you would actually do something this well, especially when this is the team that made Odyssey. I don't even need to say anything else. So the fact that this team is doing something good for once, round of applause, boys.
Yasuke is using a kanabo, so it's a big, massive weapon, slow but very impactful. It's the best weapon to break enemies' armor. It's also a good tactic to remove armor first because it reduces the time to deal with your opponents. You can see the yellow.
This is something I am worried about. Health bars. Now, health bars in Assassin's Creed games have been like damage sponges on the past few games. So I am hoping they're not like that in this game because I cannot deal with another game with damage sponges. So I'm hoping Ubisoft do not let me down right now. Do not let them be damage sponges because it's ridiculous and I'm tired of it.
Bar under the enemy. It represents the armor, and once it's broken, it's a lot easier to land hits and inflict damage. Attacking and defending charge up your adrenaline meter. Once it's full, you can spend all those resources to push back or knock down or inflict damages and even put the enemy vulnerable.
So right there, we've just seen one of the abilities that you can use in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, abilities back in like the past few games, not even Mirage, back in like Valhalla and Odyssey, they've been more godlike abilities, and I hope that's not the case in this game. I know that Assassin's Creed isn't one for realism most of the time, but for this game, please do not make me fucking run around like a demigod. I do not want to do that. I do not want abilities like a demigod. I just want to be a basic guy. That jump, I guess, I mean, it's a tiny bit out there, like, let's be fair. But I will accept it being as it's not that stupid, you know? It's actually, like, okay. It's just a jump slam, so I'm all good with that.
One of the big combat novelty is the posture system. You can hold your attack and posture at any moment inside a combo. Those attacks inflict massive damage and can also branch into execution. But of course, if you use those attacks, you expose yourself. So the key is to really master the timing and learning enemy behavior. In the end, your competency can give you an edge over your stats.
Persecutor. Greed cannot rule this village.
The players always have two weapons at the same time, so they can freely switch between both of them. You can see here, Yasuke has the classic katana, and he's using one of his unique moves, the sheeted attack. Now you can concentrate on the target. You can see the katana is a lot faster and versatile. Looking at the target, you see he's a lot more reactive and defensive. If you're taking the posture like right now, he's also using one of his posture against you. So it creates really this dance between the two fighters. The enemy reactivity really pushed the player to use all his tools, so the parry, you need to react, you need to read the enemy to...
Okay, now the stance system is pretty cool. It's kind of like Ghost of Tsushima, which is really cool. You know, I've played that game a little bit when I had my PS4. I don't have it now. I only played it for like 2 hours, but, you know, got rid of the console, so didn't manage to finish it. But, you know, the stance system is pretty cool, and I like that Ubisoft took a bit of, you know, stuff from Ghost of Tsushima, took some inspiration from Ghost of Tsushima, and decided to implement it into Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think it's pretty cool.
Find the best opening and land the posture attacks when it's best. Yasuke and Aoi have their own personal story and their own life. But once they allied, they cooperate to achieve the common objective.
Too slow.
It means you can also switch at any moment in the open world. Of course, not during the infiltration or when you're fighting, but otherwise the players can really choose the character they want at any time and choose how they want to play them.
We should go.
Not before we send our allies to look for him.
In this sequence, Yasuke is suggesting to use the spy network. It's a new system that we introduced in Assassin's Creed Shadow to support the Shinobi fantasy and help the player to find their objective. So you can send your spy to scout areas and spot your targets or the quest objective you have.
Now, I've got to say that's pretty cool as well. The fact that you can send spies out like it's your own brotherhood. Hey, get it? Assassin's Creed, and you have a brotherhood? Wow! Fuck's sake. You know, but it's nice to see that there's some sort of, like, brotherhood system back. Like, because it's been, what, since Revelation since we've had a brotherhood system? Not counting Assassin's Creed 3 terrible system. But, you know, it's nice to see that they've implemented something to kind of help us out with the map and the world, which is pretty cool. So, again, well done Ubisoft, you did great.
Sometimes we have both characters in the cutscene where you can pick the one who answer or ask questions.
Through the front gate.
At the end, you can also pick the character you want to continue with. You can choose between Naoe being more stealth-oriented or Yesuke being a bit more focused on fight.
Oh my god! Wow! But be careful in there.
Don't worry. I won't be alone. It'll be me and the shadows.
From this point, we are with Naoe inside the Fukujiyama Castle. Feudal Japanese castles are amazing playgrounds as they offer a lot of opportunity to play in them in a stealth way or rather in a fight-oriented.
In the following sequence, you can see what's new in terms of parkour and stealth. First, our grappling hook. It's fully physics-based, so your speed and direction can affect where you go. You can also assassinate from the grappling hook.
Yeah, we're holding right fucking there, so I know I'm acting like I haven't seen the fucking video, but the fact is, every time I see this, it's so good. I had this conversation, right, with my mom, and I had this exact thought, right, before this whole thing even came out, right, this whole thing even came out, I was like, wouldn't it be sick if you could do a backflip and assassinate? And oh boy, Ubisoft delivered on my fantasy on doing that. Now my thought is, can you flip off, do a backflip, shuriken, and assassinate? That's my thought. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to try out in the game. 100%. But yeah, the assassination stuff off the grapple hook as well? You're feeding into my stealth shit.
As you can see now. We brought back the cover system to sneak and peek, so you can use your tool from there. You can also observe your surrounding. You can now use prone and crawl in tall grass, so you can hide, you can go under small openings, so it's really useful to sneak around.
You're mine now, Snake.
But one of the big novelties is the dynamic perception of the enemies. They are affected by light and shadow. So here you can see Naoe can break the light and able to vanish and reduce the detection time, so it's a lot easier to quickly move undetected. The weapons of Naoe are great for combat but also for stealth. Each weapon has a specific type of assassination. Like here with the Kusarigama, you can also assassinate your enemy but at range.
This is very cool as well. The assassination for the Hidden Blade just then was very quick, and honestly I don't mind it. It's very refreshing to actually have an assassination that's, you know, quick and, you know, just straight on to the next. I like that, you know, you can get rid of the light like they've said, which is good. I like that they kept to that promise, and, you know, it helps. It helps a lot. And also the fact that there's different assassinations, especially for the thingamaboob. What did he say?
With the Kusarigama, you
Yeah, that. Thank you very much. That actually helped. Thank you very much. But yeah, with that, I find that very cool. It's nice to know that you can do different assassination with different tools instead of just your hidden blade. It's really refreshing and it's really cool. I like that. Well done, Ubisoft, once again.
With Naoe, you'll feel like a shinobi with all the new animation we added to make her a lot more agile and faster when doing parkour and everything she does basically.
Naoe is an agile, self-focused shinobi who will use noise, light and shadows to evade detection as enemies respond to their changing surroundings. Naoe is currently making her way to reach her target. She's going through some elite samurai houses, and as she progresses, the player will see and discover other iconic areas of the castle, such as the daimyo quarter.
The grappling hook can be also used to grab enemy, which is very useful to move them quickly and dispose of them in the better spot. It's much more efficient than just carrying dead body, for example.
It's giving the player the option to decide if they want to kill or not.
This as well was very, very cool. This was very, very well done. The fact that you can use your grapple hook and for like multiple things and not just for swinging around like George of the Jungle. The fact that you can just grab them and pull them to you and just be like, yeah, nah, you're coming with me. I'm going to either kill you or knock you out. I feel like that's very cool. And the fact that you can turn off the lights is amazing, just to like hide the body instead of like just smacking it in tall grass and stuff. That is very cool. And the fact is that, you know, I didn't think that this was going to be anything like great, but you know, Ubisoft has proven me wrong for once in their life. Well done again, wow!
We have a couple of abilities, we have gear, we have weapons that can bring down enemies until they are wake up by other people. Like you saw with the Kusarigama, the katana also have special assassination. You can stab people through shoji door and stay mostly silent. So depending on the weapon you have equipped, you have a different assassination opportunity.
He's coming. I need to hide.
In interior, there are places to hide, but one of the cool one is the beam that you can use to grapple on the ceilings.
Like, come on, what are you expecting from me? I know you thought it as well. Someone out there has got to have thought it as well, because that was my first thought. Like, when I saw this, that was my first thought. It can't just be me. That's all I got to say.
It's really useful to not being spot, of course, but also wait for an opportunity to assassinate.
Here we saw a sudden weather state change that triggered a thunderstorm.
The noise and the rain and the wind cover your footstep and also your action. The demo is in spring, but in winter the old pan will be frozen, so you can't use the same tactic. You will have to use prawn in deep snow or use the kunai to deal with the target at distance. Another cool shinobi trick you can see is Naoe using the breathing stick. With that you can stay hidden underwater and wait for the perfect opportunity to assassinate or just sneak around.
That breathing stick is very, very cool. I actually feel like it just brings a lot more like realism and immersion to the game. So, you know what? Thanks for thinking outside of the box. You're actually bringing in new features, yeah? This is very good. This is very good. And also, I forgot to bring this up, but the white and black thing that happens when you kill a target, it seems, I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like it'll be cool. I hope you can turn it off, maybe, if it's a feature that you can turn off. But, you know, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll play with it a bit, see what happens. But if I don't like it, hopefully I can turn it off.
If you're detected, you can choose to escape, to return to your stealth loop, or go straight in combat. Now is choosing combat with the Kusarigama, a versatile weapon that can use the cycle in one hand and the weighted chain in the other, allowing some range and melee fight depending on your attacks.
I like the weapon choices that you can use, and the fact that there's multiple things that you can use in combat is great. I like that. I'm not one for changing weapons, but in this game I might actually use that versatility, and actually the fact that there's going to be so many options for assassinating in combat is great. I love that, and it's going to just make me play the game over and over again. The fact that that's a thing, you know, it's just great. It really is.
In this case, the player decided to escape after many guards joined the fight. Even if Naoe can be very deadly, she doesn't have a strong armor like Yasuke, so it's a lot more risky when you fight multiple enemies at the same time. Anyway, in this case, she already achieved her objective. She killed the daimyo, so all is fine. We just saw the infiltration at night with Naoe. You can also imagine the other option of taking Yasuke and breaking through the front door. Day, night, weather, even season can affect the challenges on your path.
Thanks for watching. We hope that you've enjoyed this presentation. Assassin's Creed Shadows will be launching on November 15. We can't wait for you.
So there we go. That was Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay. Personally, I really liked it. Honestly, I'm still going to be a bit skeptical about the game. However, from what I've seen about gameplay, I really do like it. It's probably the best gameplay that they've came out for the RPG system. But we will see what happens. And also, I have one more thing to, you know, get off my chest. For the people that are saying, oh, Ghost of Tsushima is better, Ghost of Tsushima better, this is just a rip-off Ghost of Tsushima. Shut up. Shut up, man. No one cares. Shut up. The fact that you're wasting energy just typing that in comments and this, that, and the other. Like, if you prefer Ghost of Tsushima and you know that this game isn't going to be for you, piss off. Play Ghost of Tsushima. No one's going to be like angry. You know, it's gonna be like, oh, play Assassin's Creed Shadows. Shut up. It's not wrong for a game. It's not bad for a game to have some inspiration from another game. It's not a bad thing. Just shut up. If you just play your game, play Ghost of Tsushima if you want to. Jesus Christ. Ghost of Tsushima is better. Shut up. Shut up. Do you know how you sound? Do you know how you sound doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, usually, things like that doesn't piss me off. But the fact is that you're out here saying it when the game ain't even out. And two, it's just not needed. If you're not a big fan of the game, well, Assassin's Creed in general, and you know that this game ain't gonna be for you, just leave. Don't even say anything. Just be like, okay, cool. Then leave. Scroll past it. Do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just leave it be. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know what you think about the gameplay and what you think about the game in general. Are you gonna buy the game? Are you gonna get it at all? Let me know. But yeah, take care. See you in a bizzle. Take care. Peace.